Women's Initiative. Now, I want us to change gears. We get into a conversation this afternoon, and it's all about Empower Mchezaji. Joining me to talk about this is Nana Witi, who's the brains behind Empower Mchezaji, and we want to know why she's saying, slay the game, silence the violence. Welcome to Scholar, Nana.
Thank you so much, Robbie. I'm sorry, I have a cold. I actually wanted to cancel in the morning, and then I was like, no, there's no way I'm going to bring that.
Good to have you, and sorry for that. Yeah. Let's talk about Empower Mchezaji.
Yes.
What is Empower Mchezaji?
Empower Mchezaji is a tournament that I created, me and my team, basically because I am really very passionate about women's sports in Kenya. There's no way you're going to say women's sports and you don't mention my name, because I have a show called Tough Talk, where I go to the stadia, and mostly women football, because they do not have any kind of media coverage at all.
Wait, are you saying we don't cover women football?
No, no, hardly. No, I'm talking about the games. The games, like people are hardly ever at the stands.
Oh, it's really bringing the fans to the game.
Yes. So basically, when I realized there was a gap, I felt as a journalist covering these games, there was a void. And me, as an influencer with over 3 million, almost 3 million people
that are
following
me,
me, I felt like I needed to fill the void. And for me to fill the void is to scream, to amplify strong messages to protect and safeguard our women. And when I say that, I went ahead to do this, and this is my first tournament I actually am doing. It's the first one, and it comprises of international player, a woman, of course, international player, and then we have 2 women Premier League players, and then we have NSL player, and we have under 20, and if you realize, it's all of them in different levels, all the tiers, because I feel like they get to learn from each other, and whatever message we are trying to give out here is from the grassroots all the way to the elite level. And we have, here's the thing, we have a male player. Each team, it's 8 teams participating. It's on the 19th of July, this coming Saturday at Mashuru Sports Complex in Kajiado. And all these teams have 1 male player each. And this is because we are extending our, our voice to our male counterparts and saying, we want allyship, we want friendship, and we are saying, can you join us to scream the message, because we are addressing sexual gender-based violence. So that means we are not only talking to the men, we're talking to the coaches, we're talking to fans as well, because that happens. A lot of sexual gender-based violence is happening in the sports world, women's sports, and no one is talking about it. In regard to this, there was a case study. I mean, I've been, for the last 3 years, I've been actively in women football. Yes. But I started as a fan a long time ago.
Now that we are talking about, trying to eliminate gender-based violence in women's football, we've seen athletics come out and they have forums, that are addressing gender-based violence. Why is it taking football so long to address that?
I also don't understand, and that's why I'm saying I'm going to be constant, just screaming the same message. And this happened, you remember 2 seasons ago, there's a team called Gospel Women, and Gospel Women had allegations that the coach, that the coach was sleeping with the girls, and really their playtime was highly dependent on whether they give in to the demands of the coach. Now, I said allegedly because nobody ever said anything about it. Once you're 3 matches no show, then you're demoted. They went down, and nobody said anything really. And that's the thing I'm saying. Like, can we scream the message and say, let's slay the game and silence, of course, the violence.
The violence, rather. How does it feel being on the other side?
It's weird. It's weird. This is actually my first interview in, like, I don't know how many years.
Yes, let's talk about women's football. It's something that you are, passionate about. You go to stadiums, trying to spread, rather trying to, tell people to come and watch women's football. What are your thoughts on women's football in the country?
Women football in the country, let's be honest, women are actually doing very well, considering last year we went to the World Cup, man. That has never happened in the history. First time ever.
Yeah, first team in the history of both men and women's football. A team has gone to the World Cup, and it was the under-17 women's team.
Exactly.
Girls team, rather.
Girls team. And see the achievements that we are achieving. Like, look at Sekafa. We almost carried that thing. Tulishindwa tu kidogo. Women are doing so much, but then they're getting less and less support. And so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Now, these 8 teams also are named after famous and prolific women in the sports scene and also in the politics, everything. So we have Karua Queens. Yes, I have Karua Queens, Chelagat Chargers. Now, Karua, of course, she's an activist. Chelagat Chargers, of course, Chelagat Mutai was the first female MP in the 1970s. We have Orierogo Falcons. We all know Orierogo. She was the first rally driver. Like, it's many. Of course, I'll not go over into details, but it's 8, all of them women.
Yeah, named after women's. Why
icons? Masfo, Mashuru, because there's the prevalence of SGB happening. It's very high in Kajiado, and that's why I chose the location, because what a better venue to preach the message. Because sometimes people do things because of lack of knowledge. You hear someone say, "Wewe mbona unacheza hapo, kwani una?" It's daytime. I don't wanna. So this message we are amplifying is for everybody, the fans, the coaches, the team, everybody, the teammates. It's a message for everyone.
Did you expect to find a facility like that in Kajiado?
I was shocked. I was shocked. So when I was scouting and then I saw that, I was like, this is the perfect place for me in this tournament.
Yes, so this is the inaugural edition.
Yes.
And you have 8 teams. All these teams have players from all the tiers that we have in women's football in the country, and 1 male player that you're trying to extend this, the message should be across. And have you gotten the right support that you need to, get this Empower Mchezaji going?
Not as much. The inaugural one, of course, people want to see what you're saying, and I can't show them what I'm saying if I don't do it. So I'm doing it myself, and Masfo, I collaborate with Masfo. Actually, Masfo did not charge me for accommodation because it's a 2-day camp. They're living on 18th, they're being picked at the CBD, taken all the way to Kajiado. Their accommodation is already sorted thanks to Masfo. See, I didn't have to pay for that. So I basically just called my friends, hey, I'm doing this. So now the next edition will probably be better because there'll be a lot of time to prepare, and of course they'll have seen the vision because it's happened before.
Yes, you have players coming from Tanzania. Are these only like Kenyan players who ply their trade in Tanzania, or you are also bringing players from Tanzania to come and take part in this?
Well, for this one, we have Kenyan players, but I would love to extend that to other countries in the near future. It's in the pipeline. But for now, this inaugural one, this maiden flight before we start cruise control is definitely about our Kenyan players.
Our Kenyan players.
Yes.
And of course, we're exporting lots of players to Tanzania.
Absolutely.
The Tanzanian
we have 5. We actually have 3.
Simba has 5
Simba
players.
has 5, 1 younger.
Yes.
So we are actually headed somewhere. We have 1 in Morocco. And in Africa, basically, they're taking shape.
We had the top scorer in Egypt.
Yes. Do you know, like last season, Mayolene Kesa, she plays for Slavia. She was top 5 Europa Champions League top scorer. No one knows. Isi Akida was the first Kenyan to score a goal in the UEFA Champions League. Who knows? Champions League is a big deal. Manchester are not even playing there.
Okay, I didn't know you were coming to attack Manchester. But I don't want to get into, the Premier League, the English Premier League, and because I know you're an Arsenal fan, I don't want to get into that conversation because you guys are signing, and in the second part.
And it's been 3 months. I understand, but
Who told you I'm a Manchester United
I just guess because you look like it. I can tell a failure when I see one.
I'm not a failure. It's only it's Manchester United. Yeah, one of the big teams. Now, Nana, as we wrap up this conversation, probably 2 questions. And the first one is women's football in the country. You've rightly said that it's growing at a very, the trajectory is very, straight going up. But the question is, this message that you're taking to people, Are they heeding to it?
I hope so. I mean, I'm just a messenger. I want to be a messenger that is going to amplify this message over and over until they hear. So I will not stop. So I don't know if they listen, but I'm definitely not going to stop saying the same thing. Yeah.
And finally, your expectations next week on Saturday.
Ooh, it's
And
going
Sunday.
to be so much fun because I've picked this. We are going to have forums and bonfire where I want the players to tell us their problems. And within that, the forums where we are doing the bonfire and we are doing all these games, that's a night before the game, the next day.
Yes.
We are just going to be, you know, it's players, I'm putting them together. It's been a long time since players just sat together to share their ideologies and also share their challenges and even their wins. And within that, I believe everybody has a solution for their own problems. So I believe they will come up with solutions and also tell us what would you want us to do from the player's perspective, not me as a journalist or as a fan. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Nana Witi, speaking to us about Empower Mchezaji, a tournament that will be taking place next weekend at Mass4 Sports Complex in Kajiado. And she's saying, slay the game, silence the violence. It's all about trying to, of course, spread the word on gender-based violence on women footballers in the country. And that tournament, of course, will be waiting to hear from her again on how it goes down, and you know the message the players will be going to spread after the tournament comes to an end. Right about now, I want us to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be crossing over to KCB. We'll be crossing over to KCB in Karen, where Davis Mberia is, and he will be telling us what Madeira soccer assassins are doing. That will be after the break.